So we're gonna call this right here the prison story, not the way to go. Um, I can recall being scared to death going to prison. My first time in, um, you see so much shit in there. Um, it was kind of unbelievable. Girls were sticking shit up in them, and like the to get in from the county jail to the prison, the bus ride there, they would tie this stuff up and stick it in them, lighters, mascara, makeup. I was like so amazed, but like getting up into there and losing all my freedom and still trying to stay solid to who I really was and being tested by like other cities, other gangs, other women, other culturals and races in there. It got me to the point where I was like, I'm here alone. I'm walking alone, and like joining the cars from San Ho to Fresno, the conflict. It was so much conflict of interest in the women's prison. It was real moving. I remember there was a guard in there, and my bunkie was caught doing some heroin in there, and the guard called me down. He was an African American, and he was like, "You know what, Del Val, you gonna change? You gonna be that DOG, or you gonna get with that God?" And I thought about that for freaking ever. I was like, do I want to be a DOG or be with the God? And that just remained in my head for so many years. And, from fights in there to being even transported down to the LA County jail, being from Northern California to the LA, I was like, I ain't going down there. Pick me up in Bakersfield once. And I did a prison bus ride on one of my terms. Picked me up in Bakersfield. I was dating some dude out there and got busted on a warrant. Took me to LA County. They came into my cell and they were like, "Oh, you're going to LA?" I was like, "No, no, no, no. I ain't going to LA." And they suited up in riot gear and forced me to get on that bus. And I was like, I'm from Santa Clara County. And being up in the LA County jail on that prison bus ride, I stayed there for 2 weeks and it was crazy. It was like these girls down south, they ain't got nothing all over here on the northerners. They had like suit on their head and 1-3s all over. Like, there was respect there because they was doing their thing over there. And of course, I was in their territory. So yeah, I never slept with my back towards them though. So prison bus ride that term, I rode they picked me up with all the men and I got busted in the middle and I was in a tank top, no bra, boxers on, riding on a prison bus with guys checking me out, whistling. It was just horrifying. I felt like I was being like just I don't even know what the word was. I was like naked. And I rode all the way from LA to San Jose on that bus. And that was my first term going to prison. Busted Bakersfield, LA County. And it was just like, what is going on? So when I got to San Jose, that's when they said, "Oh, your 5 terms of probation, what is it called? Not probation. Yeah, probation is up. We're gonna roll you over. You're going to prison." I was like, prison? I was all tripped out. But yeah, I seen a lot of different stuff up in there, like going on. I can remember one time I got into the fight with this colored girl over some laundry. She was my bunkie. Man, she jumped on her bed so fast. She was like, and I was like, I was so scared. So scared, I was terrified. I was young. I was only like 19 years old in there and thought I was doing stuff, and she beat the living crap out of me in the room and the guards walked by. They didn't stop nothing. They just like, "Hey, stop that shit in there," and kept on moving. So that's when I knew. I was like, okay, this is a game and I got to join it. So I started joining that game and I stayed in that prison life for about 7 years. I've been everywhere from Marysville, California, down to the LA County jails, Sacramento, all over. So, yeah, I don't recommend it to anybody at all. And for me personally, I did get into the recovery restructuring my background check. So I've done the whole record seal and expungement, got my rights back to vote, to carry firearm. So it's been, my life has been a ride. And the prison life for me wasn't for me. So that's why I changed and I am who I am today. I'm a Native American, Pomo.